Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Today is Tuesday, November 3rd, and we are here just as in every single day of the week, 10:30 in the morning, live on Facebook, available later on YouTube, and we get together to share headlines, comments, questions, ideas, cat hair, all kinds of things we get together to share. So that our lives here in Puerto Vallarta are better, more inspired, more connected, more wonderful as an English-speaking community. Oh, God, cat hair. Excuse me, I didn't get to mute my microphone. But this is who we are. This is what we do. We get together every morning. And if this is the first time you've been with us, don't be shy. Let us know that you're new by writing the word new in your comments, and we will be so very happy to give you a proper welcome. And also, if you have any specific questions that you may want for us to address, and by us, I mean Luna and myself, please add the letter Q to your question if you could, because I get to see your comments going by. But the way I get to see the comments, I don't always get to know whether you're responding to me or asking me, or you're having wonderful conversations among yourselves. It is great to see you, and it is great to see your comments every morning. I see a lot of friendly, familiar faces. I see a lot of comments about Versalles For Foodies, this little gift that I sent you yesterday, that I sent rather to all the sustaining members of Coffee and Headlines. We'll get to talk about some of your reactions today. In the meantime, let me take a quick look. I see that that William doesn't fail to drop a political bomb when he joins us. Happy dump Trump. Seriously, William. There might be some people in the show that support him. So, we're going to try to play nice today, as we always try to play nice. And we're going to respect everybody's different viewpoints. And yes, that is an ambulance playing in the background. You live in the city, all kinds of things coming through the windows. Yakima is in the house. And Karen is in El Centro, and Betsy is in Emiliano Zapata, but Kathy is in Oakland. It is always great to see you all joining us today. Today we're going to continue to talk a little bit about what's going on with the emergency button. We're also going to share some information about news of local animals that got in trouble. We are going to talk about this thing that somebody sent me called Jallywood, and I mean rather Jallywood, not Hollywood, Jallywood. We're going to see what is Jallywood, and what else do we have today? Oh, we have all kinds of fun stuff to share. So I'm very quickly looking at who's in the house. Claude is in the house. Claude, it's always nice to see you, and I'm going to have a drink on your behalf. Don't worry, folks, it's just water. Oh, thank you very much, Sherry. That is a sweet remark. We'll get to talk about this in a second. And ooh, lots of thank yous. You guys are the best. Um, thank you, Raymond. Thank you. I must confess, I didn't get a chance to take a fantastic photograph of your facade just yet, but I'm going to go and take a new photograph of Raymond's wonderful artisan bakery's facade. It's near my house, and it's just a matter of dashing over there at any moment. Um, and what else? What else? What else? Well, that's pretty much what I see. Let me get started with what we have to share, and we'll just glide through the program as we usually do. But yes, let's get started with some news, and and we'll take it from there. Boom. Okay, I only have one news item about the emergency button, and I'll explain myself why. This one item says that over the weekend, 5 businesses were shut down here in Puerto Vallarta due to the transgression of emergency button guidelines. Yay. Uh, nice to see that the municipality is hard at work. 5 businesses got closed down. In reality, what it says, this says that it was, what was it? They never tell you what it is, but they say it was a taqueria, that is a taco stand, a bar, and 3 restaurants got shut down. And the reason why I'm thinking of not showing a lot of stuff regarding the emergency button is because the news are all over the place, you guys. It's really crazy because some newspapers report that, Guadalajara and all the cities are empty and everybody's following the guidelines, while other newspapers report that there are long lines waiting for transportation. And the taxi cabs are demonstrating, and the news are all over the place. And my take of it is that, when things happen right in front of us, I mean, if I hear an ambulance going by through the window, I think, oh my God, accidents, we're all going to die. But the reality of it is that, as we were mentioning the other day, we won't know the effectiveness of the emergency button until we look at the results. We are very aware and very mindful of the fact that there is no perfect solution for everybody. And of course, certain groups and certain individuals are going to be more affected than others. And I feel for that. I don't fail or I don't fail to be empathic over the fact that this has to impact some people adversely. But let us remember that the government is trying to look for the bigger picture, for the common good, for the needs of the many, not the needs of the few. And ultimately, I am choosing to stay serene and relax through these 2 weeks and hope that the numbers will prove the government right. As we mentioned yesterday, if the government realizes that the exercise did not bring the results they expected, well, they'll have to think of other measures. Unfortunately, chances are they'll have to think of harsher measures. But all that I suggest for you is have a wait and see attitude as far as this is concerned. Speaking of transportation, apparently there was this crocodile that missed the last bus, shall we say. A crocodile was captured in the median on our main street, Francisco Medina Asensio. The folks from Civil Protection had to go and stop traffic in the middle of the street because this crocodile, and he looks rather large, look at him wrestling the crocodile, wandered all the way to the main avenue and decided to park itself or perch itself in the median. So it was reported by citizens, and the proper authorities very quickly went and rescued the animal and took him or her or it to a safer place. But we know that, crocodiles came to this part of the city before we did, so it is not unexpected to see that they will come into what we call our turf or our civilization. Other animals were not as fortunate. This is very, very sad because these types of vehicles have been forbidden on the beach. And unfortunately, another report came, and I have to show, well, I don't have to, but I do let you know that I'm going to show you a gruesome image of a turtle that is fighting for its life because it was run over by one of these vehicles on the beach. And this just makes me so very sad. Look at the poor animal. And it is unfortunate that people come to our beaches and think that they can use these vehicles on the beach when in reality they shouldn't be there. So hopefully the authorities will find a way to prevent these things from happening, or have more people supervising the beaches and whatnot. This makes me very, very sad. I also want to let you know that Google has been honoring different people, anniversaries, famous events, etc., since August 20th, 1998, and yesterday was no exception. Google changed their Doodle to reflect Mexico's Day of the Dead. Here is the word Google with a beautiful cempasúchil flower in the middle. So it's always nice to see when this happens. Let me take a quick look at your comments just to see what you are thinking about very quickly. Lots of Don Julio on election day. I have my refrigerator stashed with wine, and it is not my election, but I'm still going to stay home and drink a lot of wine. Well, thank you back, Michael. I don't know what you're talking about, but I always like to say thank you back. No, I do know what you're talking about. I love Michael. Michael is a great friend, and his restaurants are absolutely wonderful. And I was so happy to see somebody write me privately that they finally got a chance to go to Siam and they love the food. So thank you, Michael, for providing these wonderful eateries for us to enjoy. I'm sure this is not for me because I am the guy that has the Buy Me a Coffee campaign, but we'll get to this in a second. And Dina says, I didn't get the foodie email. The question is, are you, maybe that's what Liz was talking about. If you are a supporting member of Coffee and Headlines, that is, if you've bought a coffee or you've pursued a subscription to support this program, you should have gotten an email message on the same email address that you offered when you made your contribution. If you haven't, consider becoming a member. Here's the website. If you have become a member and you didn't get the email, send me a message and we'll be glad to take a look into that. Let's see. Yes, as far as I understand, Sean, the Reglamentos people are doing a sweep around the city right around 3:30, which is when some businesses are, when the beach is supposed to close, and then they sweep around 8:30 or 9, which is when the nighttime folks are expected to close. I must say, Sean, I'm not entirely sure that I know which one is your restaurant. So if you'd like to let us know, I would be so incredibly grateful, because now I'm curious about that. And if I should know which one is your restaurant, or if I have visited it and I didn't make the connection, I strongly apologize. Let's see. That's funny. The crocodile was searching for an open restaurant. Well, there's that Mapaches taco place near where he was captured. There's this wonderful taqueria called Los Mapaches. And what is the word for mapache in English? I should know this. Raccoon, of course, raccoon. So you're having tacos at this taqueria that is right on Medina Asensio, but on the opposite side from Marina Vallarta. And because the back of it is close to the estuary, there's all these raccoons that have decided, well, we're going to hang out and see if we can get some taco leftovers. And you go there and you have raccoons hanging around. So it's quite fun. Let's see. Can you ride a pedal bike on the beaches? Unfortunately, no, because we don't have bicycle paths along the beach. I know from having lived in Boston for almost 2 decades that it was a lot of fun to go riding around Provincetown. And there are some beaches in Boston, outside of Boston rather, where you can ride a bicycle near the beach. But unfortunately, that is not the case here in Puerto Vallarta, at least not yet. Hopefully someday. Yes, the weather has turned the corner, and I think we're going to talk about this when we get to our weather forecast. The humidity is not quite as low as I expected, but it is low enough to think that we have turned. Yes, I am really excited about that. Pam, boom. March says you didn't get a message from me. Make sure that you check your spam folder, Marge, if you are a contributor. And if you did not get it, just drop me a message privately, and I will be so very happy to look into that. Let's see. Okay, I am caught up with your comment. So let me continue with what I have, and let us jump into the weather. Why not? And yes, it is still 22 degrees, which is no different than it's been. It's been 22, 23 degrees every single day. It feels like 23. It only feels like 1 degree hotter. And this is largely because humidity is low. It's low. It's down to 55%. I was hoping for humidity to stay under 50%, but 55 is close enough for me. So I do declare that the weather has turned in Puerto Vallarta. Yes. The equivalent would be 72 Fahrenheit, and according to the weather forecast today, we can expect a clear day with a high of 32. Ooh, a high of 32. I hope it doesn't get that warm. Tomorrow, clear throughout the day, high of 32. And Thursday, clear throughout the day. So it seems to me that the nice, fresh days have come back to Puerto Vallarta. And that makes me so incredibly happy, because it was about time for the weather to return, time to get back to the streets, time to take leisurely walks, safely distanced, of course, and we are going to enjoy that very, very much. Excuse me. As I was saying earlier, I got all kinds of wonderful feedback from Versalles from Foodies. I made it available yesterday, as I promised. Most of the feedback was, all of the feedback has been wonderful. Some folks volunteered a couple of extra restaurants. And the vast majority of you appreciated the fact that this is a personal gift for members, for sustaining and sponsor members. There was at least one incident in which somebody thought somebody had a different definition of personal, and all of a sudden I shrieked yesterday afternoon when I saw Versalles for Foodies posted publicly on Facebook. That was not the intent. The intent for this is for me to find a way to appreciate the fact that you are supporting Coffee and Headlines. Can I stop you from sharing this with your next door neighbor Mildred or your Uncle Bert? No, I cannot stop you, and I cannot even monitor that. My hope is that rather than sharing it with your family and friends, you will let them know about the wonderful things that happen here. And of course, if you share it publicly, that kind of defeats the purpose. But I think the vast majority of you get what the intent is and the methodology and so forth and so on. What else can I tell you about the map? The map has a nice little welcome video at the top that gives you some basic instructions as to why it is there and so forth and so on. And a little bit more instructions located here. And the rest of it is up to you to enjoy and explore, and I hope it serves you well. I already have 2 more restaurant additions or eatery additions that I'm working on, and I'm hoping to do at least 1 or 2 updates per week, as long as we're able to go out there and have the budget and the time to explore new restaurants. And there's still quite a bit of stuff left to enjoy here in Versalles. And in future months, we will be looking at more ways to thank you for supporting Coffee and Headlines. It'll be either exclusive interviews or special custom walking tours. I don't know yet. I'm still looking at what technology allows me to give you as a gift. We will definitely keep that going on. In other news, it is nice to see that the city's project to increase the number of bicycle paths continues full swing. The new bicycle path along Avenida Mexico that goes from Plaza Caracol all the way to the I forget the name of the building. It's called Unirse, I believe. That's, well, the one that goes into town and all the way to Ixtapa. This bicycle path is currently being deployed around the city, and this makes me very happy because for those people that enjoy cycling, it is nice to see that the culture is finally coming to Puerto Vallarta, and more people are taking to the streets on bicycle, and more vehicles are respecting that. Let's hope that that trend continues. For those of us that enjoy spending a lot of time or a fair amount of time on in front of the television set, Disney Plus is coming to Latin America, and it's of course coming to Mexico. The streaming platform has revealed their prices, and their prices for Mexico are going to be 159 pesos per month, or an annual price of 1,599 pesos. I understand there's a special promotion going on for Mexico that starts if you sign up between November 3rd, which is today, and November 16th, you get a special discount. This, of course, doesn't apply to those of you who choose to use VPNs to stream your content from other countries. But for those of us that live here and don't use VPNs, this is yet another network that we can choose to plug into if we want to see their film catalog, which I understand includes every single Star Wars movie, and of course it includes all of the Disney favorites and other things. Yes, we try to keep it not political, but this headline I thought I would share because it is important. The New York Times has some tips on how to survive today. Today, of course, is going to be an anxious day or a stressful day for many of us, even if we are not U.S. citizens, because one way or another, the results of the election impact the entire world to one extent or another. So check out some of the tips that the New York Times has to offer in the show notes after we're done with the program. Not entirely designed to take care of your anxiety, but I'm still going to share this. I noticed that Tracy Chapman went on as a guest with Seth Meyers, Late Night with Seth Meyers. She is now 58 years of age, and she played once again her 1988 classic Talking About a Revolution. And it is amazing how timely the song is now. I remember when I was living in Boston, I would go to work at the university, and I would get off the subway at the Harvard station, and there she would be, singing and playing her guitar many years ago. And now she, of course, is Tracy Chapman. But back to the issue of anxiety. A lot of times I get questions either from friends or from folks here from the Coffee and Headlines community. I get questions privately about things that are important to you. And when I realize, or when I sense that the answer to those questions might be important to more than just you, as in one single person, I always try to reflect the answer here on the broadcast rather than on a one-on-one basis. But this morning, a dear friend of mine, who is also somebody who watches the broadcast, got in touch with me with a really sweet question, which was, I'm in need of orchestral music recommendations, working over the next week on training grant data tables for grant submissions. I have Mexican composers Spotify list, but thought I'd reach out to you for a couple of recommendations. Need the music to keep the voices at bay so I can focus on work. Well, I gave my dear friend Tommy some suggestions, but it occurred to me that I might share them with you, and I will in the show notes. What kind of music do I enjoy listening to while I am trying to concentrate on work, or I am trying to relax on work at home? It occurs to me that a lot of these recommendations would also help with election day anxiety. So I will share some choices with you that include, well, one of my big go-to composers is Bach. So I shared with my friend Tommy, I shared the Well-Tempered Clavier as performed by Glenn Gould. I shared the Bach Cello Suites as performed by Yo-Yo Ma, and the Brandenburg Concerti as performed by the Bach Munich Orchestra conducted by Karl Richter, which is absolutely fabulous. But I also shared some contemporary stuff. I shared one of my favorite albums by Keith Jarrett. I also shared some music by Ólafur Arnalds, who's a contemporary composer, and of course, some wonderful music by Max Richter. Max Richter, I should mention about the selection that I suggested, took the Vivaldi stations, the 4 stations by Vivaldi. I'm sure you've heard that. I forgot I had to sing something at the beginning of the show. I'll sing in a second. Anyhow, Max Richter, contemporary composer, took the 4 seasons. Da, 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 da. I'm sure you've heard that before. Well, he took a different twist on them, adding synthesizers and new orchestrations and stuff like that. And it's a beautiful, beautiful album. Before I forget, I shall sing, and I am curious to know if you have heard this before. I just heard it once this morning, and it took only one listen for me to remember it and learn it, and now it's gonna be stuck in my ear, in my head all day long, and it goes like this: Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. So I'm curious to know how many of you have heard the baby shark business before, and I will tell you why in a second. Let me move right on. Actually, let me cough first. Hang on. I love my mute button because I can always mute if I see a cough or a sneeze coming my way. Something else that I got another question from you. It actually came during the broadcast yesterday, and it came from Michael Evans, who's always excited to hear about music. And Michael asked yesterday, what is this that I hear about Jallywood and the movie scene in your state? And I thought, Jallywood, what the fuck is that? And of course, we had talked about this a little while ago. And this has to do, well, the Jallywood must have been some creative editor in the United States that decided to call it Jallywood. And this has to do with the fact that our state, the state of Jalisco, has been very actively promoting the production of television shows and series and movies and so forth and so on in our state. This was reported by Yahoo Entertainment through the Variety website. Again, I don't know who they decided to call it Jallywood, but what it is, and we shared this website not too long ago, is that the state of Jalisco deployed this website called Film in Jalisco, or Filma en Jalisco in Spanish, although the website is bilingual. And it showcases all the things that are going on in our state. For example, it shows that between 2014 to 2019, 58 feature films have been done in the state, 94 short films, 105 commercial, and 137 others. And of course, the website also goes on to show what the different locations are available and so forth and so on. And this is nothing more and nothing less than our governor, Enrique Alfaro, trying to promote our state as a filming destination. Now, how much of that effort is enough or too much or not enough for us to call Jalisco the New Hollywood? I'm not so sure. I think it's a little bit of a stretch. Oh my God, so Baby Shark is around. Baby Shark is somewhat new to me because I don't have kids. Let me take a quick look at your comments and then I'll explain the Baby Shark maneuver in a second. You guys are so funny. Let's see. I see important questions coming up. Hold on. I'm sorry. Becoming a sustaining member of the Paco Broadcasting System. You cracked me up, Raymond. My idea of PBS is, of course, my Judy Woodruff, but if you want to call it the Paco Broadcasting System, fine, be that way. That is so funny. Boom, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Sean, thank you for sharing the name of your restaurant. I saw it somewhere on the list. I'll definitely go check it out at some point. Mike asks, are electric bicycles a thing in Puerto Vallarta? Well, I don't know that they are a thing. I haven't actually seen one around, but I'm sure that there must be. Along the same lines, it is unfortunately that we don't see more electric motorcycles in town. When I was in Cuba a couple of years ago, it was so funny because there's a ton of electric motorcycles there, and you just don't hear them coming. It's like you'll be walking down the street, and all of a sudden you feel this like whoosh, and just next to you there goes this motorcycle, and they're completely silent. They're wonderful. I wish they were more of a thing. What days are Black Friday? Great question. Let me see if I can invoke the dates. El Buen Fin. I think it's from the 9th to the... Hold on. El Buen Fin 2020. Let me search this very quickly for you because we aim to please. ¿Cuándo es el Buen Fin? Oh, it's from November 9th to November 20th. That's the answer. Question, is it illegal to ride your pedal bike on the hard sandy beaches? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. I didn't even know that sandy beaches were solid enough in Nuevo Vallarta to be able to ride the bicycle, but I don't think you would be doing any harm. Brian Simpson says, love Tracy Chapman. Where has she been? Well, she's been recording. She's been doing albums, and she's been doing her work. She's probably not a very commercial artist. She never aimed to be, but she's out and about. Absolutely. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, the Baby Shark comments. Okay, so clearly I am the one that has been living in a hole, and all of you know Baby Shark. Baby Shark, da 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 da. Baby Shark, da 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 da. Well, do you know why I bring it up? Because the last headline that I'm going to... oh my God, everybody knows Baby Shark. Where have I been? Well, I don't have any kids and I don't have any grandkids, but yeah, Baby Shark. And oh, Deb, I love it. Deb has 11 grandkids, so I just ruined your day. I am so very sorry about that. Deb, Baby Shark, do 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 do. Oh, I love this. Logan says, I'm convinced that Baby Shark is an X-File. An X-File, maybe. I love it. The reason why I am sharing Baby Shark is because drum roll. Oh my God, Michael, you don't know Baby Shark? Well, Baby Shark. I mean, you have to do this, Michael. It has to be in your show. It absolutely has to be in your show. So the reason I share it is because, drum roll, Baby Shark is now the most viewed YouTube video ever. It went over Despacito. So this morning I read this headline and I'm like, what the fuck is the Baby Shark? You know, it's like I had to go look it up because I'd never heard of it. So yeah, what the fuck? So I went and looked at the Baby Shark video, 7 billion views. And all I have to do is listen to it once and now I know it. It's like, now I know it. In fact, the do-do-do-do part is wonderful. So the video has now been viewed more than 7.04 billion times, passing Luis Fonsi's hit song Despacito, which is at 7.03 billion views. And there's this wonderful statistics coming from the BBC. The BBC says that if it was played back to back, it would mean that Baby Shark has been streaming continuously for 30,187 years. Imagine that. I mean, what makes a freaking children's song the most popular video on YouTube? Better that than some of the other videos that we see on YouTube. Anyhow, let me take a quick look at your final questions. Oh, Baby Shark. I love it. Let's see. Well, I am pretty much at the end of the comments for today. So this would put us... yes, that's good. It's good that it's in your heads. Isaac, I am so very happy that I've done that to you. So I'm not going to sing it one more time, although I'm tempted because I don't want to. Well, maybe if you're distracted with Baby Shark, it's better than being distracted with the U.S. elections. Maybe that'll bring less anxiety to your heads. Bev asks, the voladores de Papantla, excuse me, when do they fly? The answer to that question, Bev, is I don't know. exactly when they're flying or not, but I'll be glad to take a look for the information. I know that they are flying now, but I don't know what their current schedule is. If I can find it, I'll be happy to share it tomorrow. Let me see. Well, that's it. That's it. So what do we do now? We say goodbye. This is a part where I say goodbye. So I am now going to say goodbye and thank you as always for joining us here at Coffee and Headlines. It is always a pleasure to connect about all kinds of things. And oh, thank you for Uncle Roger. Isn't Uncle Roger wonderful? Uncle Roger is absolutely wonderful. Drinking wine and dancing to Baby Shark. You know, that sounds like something I want to do all day long today, Karen. That'll be the thing to do. So anyhow, this was Coffee and Headlines for today. Oh my goodness, stay calm. It's an important day just north of the border. I know that I'll be watching because I am curious. But stay kind, stay calm, stay sharky, and stay in touch. And I will see you again sometime soon. Have a great day. Baby shark, do 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 do. Shark, do 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 do, baby shark, do 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 do, baby shark. Okay, enough of that. Stop it.